Hello and welcome. My name is Griselle and this is Yoga with Griselle. Today we're going to be doing a very gentle class where we will work with our entire body with a central focus on the heart space. So just being open to joy today, open to peace, and open to releasing anything that might be necessary to let go of. So you can start by sitting up nice and tall in a comfortable position. Feel free to close the eyes. You can begin to sway the body, taking some gentle movement just to arrive in this space. So just feeling into the biofield, the energy around you and within you. As you gently begin to breathe into your body, so we breathe into the belly, perhaps opening the mouth to release with a gentle sigh. Good. Let's relax the arms down by the sides as we gently inhale, arms up above the head, connecting the palms. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart space in Anjali Mudra, taking a moment now to set an intention for today's practice. May this yoga practice help to heal and strengthen my mind, my body, and my spirit. And may I let go of anything that I no longer need to hold on to, that is no longer serving me. May I open my heart to joy. So moving with a gentle smile on the face, let's begin to interlace the fingers, open the hands up above the head, and taking a few breaths here, just breathing into this nice stretch. Shoulders are relaxed down by the ears. Your thumbs touch as you breathe in. Maybe breathing in and out through your nose, using Ujjayi breath, touching tongue to roof of mouth as you listen to your breath in your throat. Try to breathe into your belly, your ribs, your lungs, your head, breathing fully and completely again as you exhale. Let's exhale, release the hands, and then I'll just take a little turn here so I can show you what I'm doing. So hands come behind the back, interlace the fingers, open up the shoulders and the chest, and then begin to move your body. So I want you to think about opening up through your shoulders, your armpits, your chest, your neck. You can move your head, your hands, your arms, your shoulders. Try to find some movements in your body. Maybe they're circular movements, maybe they're spiral-like movements, maybe they're wave-like movements. Try to find some movements to support opening the body. Let's take the hands forward, interlace the fingers and the palms away from you. Now opening up into the back of the heart, dropping chin to chest, taking a few breaths here. And again, let's find those movements to just open up the body. The body is very feminine. It really enjoys these spirals, these waves, these circles. So trying to include this a little bit more in your life, in your movement practices, will always be beneficial. Let's once again come up to the top as we inhale. And then we'll just exhale, hands down by the sides. We're going to gently start to come onto all fours. So now you're pressing your palms down into the earth. You bring your knees down below your hips. And we gently begin to go into our cat-cow. So you'll let your belly relax down to the earth. Roll your shoulders back, shine your heart as you look up and inhale. The exhale sends the body into a rounded shape. So we curl the spine, drop the chin to the chest, really push into your hands. And now just moving back and forth with your own breath, make a nice little wavy flow. Inhale and exhale. Pull your spine up to the sky. Pull your belly button up. Inhale, shine your heart, arch your spine. Good. Moving with your breath. Now begin to loosen this up. So find those circles, those spirals and waves. Maybe move the knees and the hands further away from one another, giving yourself a little bit more space. And then just become kind of like a sexier cat and cow, right? So we're just moving the body and just thinking about what it needs. So we close the eyes maybe and just start to feel into the sensation, and just maybe taking some micro movements to breathe into and open up space. Or perhaps you need to move a little faster, just breathing and moving, finding what your own body's needs are. Too often in these classes, we are just doing what we are being told to do and not so much finding what we actually need in the body. So I want to encourage you to really do your own practice each time you come to your mat, and really allow this to be the time that you work on whatever you really need. So use the teacher like me as a guide. You hear us. Perhaps you do what we say, perhaps you don't. Okay, especially you're at home, it doesn't really matter, right? Just move your body and find the way for you today. So come up into a cobra and then start to come to child's pose. So we'll go in between these two postures. Try to wave your body forward, find the cobra. Maybe lift the legs, you don't have to. But if that feels good, you can lift your legs, you can take a look at your feet, and then we roll back. And if you ever need some support for your body, you can always use that. Okay, we want to be able to just practice and move our bodies always without having a bunch of stuff. But sometimes it's nice to have the support, and we want to honor the body. Like if the body does need, something for the knees or something for anything in any moment of the practice. Okay, so also stay focused with your breath and paying attention to that as we move, letting that be the meditation for us in the class. So we exhale and inhale. And just making your way in between these postures. So I'm adding some movements, I'm adding some spirals, some waves, some sways from side to side. I'm taking my hands, I'm bending my elbows, I'm finding some various stretches in the body right now. And then we will go ahead and send this back to a child's pose. So in this child's pose, you can take your knees together or wide apart, whatever feels best in your body. Also feel free to support yourself in whatever ways that you need to. For example, if your heels and your butt don't touch each other, you can always put some support there in between. Okay. So we'll come down into our child's pose and we'll just take a little sway from side to side. You might also use the pillow to support the forehead. You might use a block if your forehead doesn't meet the mat, but just try to take whatever you need. I don't really need anything, so I'm going to go ahead and press it away, and then just extend the fingertips out in front of you. Let the belly be nice and relaxed in between the thighs. Really let the forehead and forearms relax onto the earth and just start to breathe into your belly. You can open your mouth and just sigh that out. Deeply breathe, belly, ribs, lungs, head. Let everything go out through the mouth or the nose. Just breathe. Open up your spine. Back of your heart, you can breathe out through the back of your heart and the back of your chest. Using a ha sound, H-A. Good. Just relaxing here. Coming to a place of stillness. Breathing. We'll gently take a little movement over to the left side now. So you'll walk your hands all the way over to the left, and we're just going to take a little stretch through the right side of the body. So I want you to think about anchoring your right hip right on top of your right foot so that you don't lift it up. What we want to do is anchor the right hip, and then all the way from the right hip to the right pinky, we stretch and breathe. And then walk the hands all the way over to the right side. Same thing, other side. So really anchor that left hip and then take a stretch all the way from left hip to left pinky. Breathe. Good. Coming back to the center. Gently push your hands back up so that you're on all fours once again. And then we're going to curl the toes under. Press the hands firmly into the floor, coming into our downward facing dog. So we're trying to make an upside down V. And we begin to walk the feet out one by one. So press your heels down into the mat. Then press your other heel down into the mat, straightening out the leg. Breathing and stretching, switching back and forth. Straightening out through your hamstrings right now, just stretching out through the backs of your legs. Really breathing into your calf muscles and hamstring muscles. You can really firmly press into the hands to really allow yourself to come into that upside down V shape, and then bend those knees. Roll those shoulders away from your ears. Drop your head and just take some movement. Maybe move the head into circles, maybe up and down. And then just find a relaxed space with the head and begin to bring those heels down towards the earth. Just breathe into your full downward facing dog, taking a few breaths here. So breathing in and out. Maybe shaking the head out, maybe sticking the tongue out. Do one more. Good. And then gently look forward as you bend your knees. Begin to walk to the front of your mat. And we're going to come into a forward fold. So here, it might be good to use some blocks. Just depends on your connection with the earth. So I want you to find whatever is best for you and your body. If you need the blocks, you use them. If not, you can just bring your hands right onto the floor for support. You can also bend into your knees. Feet are going to be about hip width apart. And let's just take a little stretching here. So breathe into your swaying, bouncing, finding a nice hinge in the hips. Head drop towards the earth. Feet connected to the earth. All four corners of your feet are really pressing into the earth. You can always use your blocks if that feels like something that might be helpful. Let's take a few more breaths here. Maybe grabbing onto the elbows, maybe bringing a little bounce into it, sway into it. Just do your thing. Maybe straightening the legs even more. It just depends how you feel today. We're going to begin to do some around the world. So bend into your knees and start to bring your body all the way up to the right side. Draw your hands up to the sky. Move your hips over to the right. And then drop your hands back down. So this is a nice little circle of the body. Inhale, arms come up and over. We just circle the body. We're going to do one more. Good. Switch the direction. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Last one. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good. Stop in the center. Drop the body all the way down. You can bend into your knees. Find some length in your spine. Find some straightness in the legs, if that feels good for you. So the options are endless. Just moving and breathing with me today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for trusting in this practice and allowing me to guide you through. So we're going to bend into the knees, find all four corners of the earth with our feet as we gently begin to rise. And we're going to take our time doing so. So we come up really nice and slow and gentle. Bring your shoulders, your neck, and your head up last. And we're looking forward in front of us. Feet are about hip width apart. We're going to find Tadasana, connecting with the earth. Maybe moving the feet back and forth, forwards and backwards, and just finding some connection with the Pada Bandha, the foot lock. Connecting the thighs, muscles are active. Connect your Mula Bandha, so holding in your root as if you have to go to the bathroom, but you cannot go. So you hold that energy in and align the spine. Breathe into your heart space. Open your heart space. Take the arms out to the side in cactus. Open up your arms and then exhale. Let's bring them to Anjali Mudra. Breathe into your heart space. Palms are connected in front of one another. in front of the heart space. And we're going to take a gentle breath in and out, just reconnecting with our intention. And beginning to inhale the arms up above the head as you look up to the thumbs. Breathe. Good. Again, breathing into cactus. So exhale, open those arms into cactus. Bend the elbows at 90 degrees. Palms are nice and open. You're looking up to the sky. Knees are bent. You're connected to the earth with your feet. Good. Open your heart. Look up. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Eyes are open, looking forward. There are quite a bit of mosquitoes, but I'm going to try to make my way through it. Okay, so we inhale, reach the arms high, and this time we extend the arms open wide. So we swan dive, hinge from the hips, come all the way down to the earth with your hands. Relax your head. Bending into the knees, inhale, root to rise, inhale the arms up above the head, taking Anjali Mudra, prayer pose with your hands. Exhale, hands to heart center. Relax your hands down by your sides. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. And then exhale, cactus the arms, bend the knees, opening up the heart space. Good, breathe. Hands come to heart center on the exhale. Inhale, or swoop the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hinge from the hips, swan dive forward, take a forward fold. Good, inhale, fingertips come to the earth, or hands come to the shins. And we take our half fold here, just breathe into a straight back, shine your heart. And extend the arms behind the back, bend into the knees, and take a little interlace of the fingers as you bring the arms and hands towards the head and begin to straighten the legs. And also take a gentle bounce here. So you can either just interlace or you can bring the palms to touch. If the shoulders are open enough, begin to move your body. So we're just creating some space around the heart today, but also focusing on the whole body because we're moving the whole body. We're breathing into the whole back of your body in this very moment. So just open your heart space, but also think about breathing into the backs of your body. Relax the hands down, root the feet, and begin to rise up to stand, taking the hands to prayer position. And then exhale, hands down by the sides, taking Tadasana. Good. Let's inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, swan dive, take the hands down to the earth. Inhale, take a half fold. And exhale, let's begin to walk the right foot back. So coming up into our warrior position, we're going to bring that foot to angle with the side of the mat, to the corner of the mat, as we come to a 90-degree angle in the front leg. Hands come to heart center. Inhale, reach the hands high. Keep those hips facing forward. Breathe. You can look to your thumbs, let your shoulders relax. Strong body. You can also begin to move your body. So just let yourself be in the warrior position initially, and then try to work on opening your heart space. So we're opening up through the back hip here, and we're opening up through the heart space. So maybe that means you're cactusing your arms or just opening your heart. Maybe that's rolling the shoulders and just feeling some life. Remember, your heart is also in the back and front of the chest. So you can really find, various movements to guide you here. And there's no right or wrong. Good. Bring the hands down to the front of the mat. And then firmly press into the right ball of your foot as you lift your left leg back to come into a plank. And let's stay here and breathe into the plank. You can take a little bit of a rock back and forth onto your tippy toes, to your sides. Breathe into your plank. Yes, good. And then we'll roll back to downward facing dog and take a few breaths. This time, take your right foot forward, angle your back left foot so that it's angling to the corner of the mat. And then you can start to draw your hands up, coming into the warrior one. So hips face forward, but we're just keeping that general position. And then we're going to start to open the heart here. So feel into your body. What does your body need? Especially here, for me, is always a little bit tight. So I really like to be able to open through my hip area and then breathe as I make those movements. Just connecting with my body, connecting with the muscles, connecting with all four corners of the feet. Remembering to take some movement to open the heart space. And then taking that warrior one, feel into every single muscle, strong legs, breathe. Smile. Hands come down to the earth. This time the left foot comes back to the front of the mat, and we're going to take a half fold. So hands to shins or fingertips to the earth. As you inhale, flat back, and exhale, make your way forward to a forward fold and breathe. I'm again encouraging any movement that you might need before we bend into the knees and root to rise, coming all the way up. And then exhaling the hands to the heart center. Good. So now we are going to try to take the mudra behind the back. So hands come together behind the back of your body. Try to bring your hands all the way up and really open up through your shoulders if possible. We do it the prayer pose behind the back, reverse prayer. Okay, if not, if this is not possible, you can just grab onto your elbows, you can grab onto a strap or a towel, you can do either one of those things. So I want you to take your right foot forward, bring your left foot a little bit closer than you do in the warrior, okay? Still at that little bit of an angle, and then begin to get tall through your body. So lift your chest, lift your heart, open your shoulders, breathe into length here. Good. Beginning to hinge from your hips, starting to draw your body forward. So pull your butt back, straighten up through your leg. Really press all four corners of both feet into the earth as you come forward, forward, forward. And then try to bring the head down towards the knee. Maybe you don't do that today. Maybe you use some blocks. Maybe the hands are still in the earth. Try to breathe and try to find a lot of length here. Bring your heart towards your big toe. Good. Inhale, come all the way up. Let's switch the direction. So just flip the feet to face the other side of the room. Inhale, open through your heart, open through your shoulders. And then let's exhale, hinging from the hips, coming forward. Really draw your heart towards your big toe. Breathe. Keep straightening through your legs. Keep finding all four corners of the earth with your feet. Let's do one more breath. And inhale, come all the way back up. You can relax your hands down by your sides. Let's stand with both feet facing forward. And you can turn the toes in just a little bit if you like. Bring the hands to the hips. Let's open the heart. Roll the shoulders back, look up to the sky, hinging from the hips, flat back as you come forward. Draw the heart forward. Remember, you can always use blocks here as you come down with the hands onto the earth. So fingertips can be on blocks. Get as wide with your legs as you need to, but try to find that nice parabandha. And then inhale, flatten your back, look forward. And exhale, try to find your flat hands in between your 2 feet. And head coming down towards the earth as you lift your butt up to the sky, breathing into the backs of your legs. Once again, I want you to find a movement or not. You can stay in stillness if that's what feels the best for you today, but sometimes the movement is what opens the body. So I want you to think about connecting with some movement. Be very careful that you don't drop yourself to the floor. Stay balanced here. But you can come over to one side, for example, breathing into one leg at a time. And just finding the movements that feel right for you. So maybe play around with the hands, play around with movements that support you stretching in this nice wide forward fold. So just move your body. Maybe the hands come behind you and start to walk out behind you, taking some stretch that direction. Maybe there's a little bend and straightening of the legs. Good. And then when you're ready, you can take your hands to your hips or gently walk them up the legs and just once again inhale. Begin to bring your heart back up. Gentle smile on the face. Smiling is also very healing. So connecting with that inner smile as you practice. And again, just move your body a little bit. I'm going to try to find some movements in this position. Just feeling into your toes. Feeling into your body. Your arms. And legs. So the more that I teach, the more that I want my students to have more freedom in their bodies and have more freedom in my classes to do what they need to do. And so this is actually really nice to come onto YouTube and to give you that freedom, you know, of being with your body, of being with your movement practice in such a way that you reconnect really with yourself and not just with what you're being told to do. So good. So we'll stand once again. Feet coming in that gentle angle, and we'll reach the arms back behind you, interlace the fingers. Inhale, open the heart, look up. Exhale, roll forward. Bring that hands towards the head. You can take a little movement here. I like to imagine I'm a snake, and I'm trying to make my way all the way down. So I'm slithering my body down into the earth. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and drop the hands down, taking some really relaxed inhale to bring you back up to standing. And you just take your time, take your time, take your time. Taking a moment to just stand before you start to shake your body. And to shake your body, all you do is just bounce the knees, but then you lift the hips, the heels. So it's like a bounce of the knees, heel, toe, or heel to the mat, heel to the mat, heel to the mat. It's like a little bounce of the heels. And that bounces your knee up and down, which then bounces the rest of your body. And I want you to let your body be free Just bouncing. Shake a little bit. Give yourself a little bit of movement right now to just vibrate. Do some vibrational healing in your body. I'd like you to use an sound, so just breathe in and then one more. Yes, good. Just come to stillness, breathe. Let's begin to do a gentle balancing posture. So connect your left foot to the earth, find something to look at. We call this the drishti. And then gently begin to bring your right foot up and over the other leg. So this might be too much for you, right? You could just do something like this. You come into a figure four and just breathe into that. Otherwise, I want to offer you to do this wrap around. You wrap it around once or you wrap it around twice. Take the arms out to the sides. And then taking your right arm underneath your left arm and coming into eagle arms. So breathing into this nice stretch. So arms are wrapped around one another. You're bending down into this balancing pose. Feet are very connected to the earth. You're smiling and breathing. If the knee is hurting whatsoever, please stop. You want to honor the body always. So sit into this as much as you can. Breathe into it. It's a really good detoxing pose. Let's take one more deep breath. Yeah, one more. And relax. Shake it out. Good. Let's take a little vinyasa. So come to the front of your mat and then take your arms down by your sides as you inhale. Reaching the arms, exhale. Swan diving the arms down to the earth. You can inhale to your half fold. And exhale. Begin to walk the feet back. And take a gentle inhale here. And then gently lower down to your exhale. Take your cobra, or you can come all the way down into your belly. And pushing into your hands here, opening your heart space. And then exhale, taking downward dog. Let's do a few breaths in down dog. See if you can find those movements, if that feels good for you anyway. Remember, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. But this is the style that I really use in my classes. So if this is what you like, please do subscribe to the channel. Like, comment. Let me know what you like about the practice. Let me know what you don't like. Let's start to walk those hands forward and come to the front. Take a little forward fold here. Inhale, coming all the way back up. And exhaling the hands to the heart center. This time we'll root the right foot into the earth. Come into our eagle pose, eagle balancing posture on the other side. So take a strong stance, taking whatever posture that you need to on each side. This time left arm underneath, right? Sitting down as much as you can. Find your drishti. See if you can connect with a smile if that feels good for you. I once was yelled at by offering someone to smile. I don't want to smile. You don't have to. If you don't want to, everything is only an invitation. All right, one more breath here. And gently release, coming out of that posture. Once again, just taking a gentle bounce and shake. of your body. So gently really loosening up. And then I'd love for you to open your legs nice and wide, point your toes to the corners of your mat, and begin to take a little bounce in your knees. Take a little movement in your heels, side to side. Open up your hamstrings. Breathe. You can move your arms. Just breathing into your body right now, getting nice and loose. We're going to be coming into our goddess pose. So you can once again take the hands to the heart center in prayer as you sit the booty low. Open up wide the knees. Sit all four corners of the feet into the earth. Gently sitting down into your goddess pose. Opening the arms into cactus. You can take Yan Mudra with the fingers if you like. Index finger and thumb lightly touch. The other three fingers extending out. Breathe. Maybe smiling. Maybe moving a little bit. You can feel into this pose. I want you to open your arms into cactus and close. Bring your elbows in. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, close. This time, inhale, open, straighten your legs. Exhale. This is a spinal breath. So inhale, open, 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 straighten. Exhale, close, close, close. Come all the way in, drop the head. A couple more like this. Good. Coming back into your goddess. Bring your hands to your knees. Roll your right shoulder in. Push the knee away with your right hand. Look over your left shoulder. Open up through your right thigh. Breathe. Switch. Left elbow in, left shoulder in. Pushing left hand away from you. Left hand into left knee to press it away from you, opening up through your left thigh. It's okay to gently rock here or make any movement that you need. Breathe. We'll do a few back and forth. You inhale to the center, exhale to the side. Inhale and exhale. Let's do one more. Other side. And gently walk your feet in towards one another. Come into squat. So let's come into our nice squat here. Use your elbows to press into your knees, to open up through your feet. To open up through your hips and your thighs. You can again move a little bit back and forth. You can bring your hands to your heart center as much as possible. Open your heart, shine your heart. Try to come into a nice long spine. Breathe. Smile. Stick your tongue out. Try to lift your hands up to the sky. Reach the right arm inside of the right knee. So right shoulder comes to right knee, and we stretch and open through this side of the body. You can take a bind if you like, reaching the hand behind you, opening by opening the grabbing the left hand to the right wrist, or grabbing the fingers. Otherwise, just breathe. You can switch to the other side. So take your time, take a little bit of movement on both sides. And then come back to your squat and gently sit down onto the earth. Good. So right now we're going to come into our yin portion of our class. Start to gently Bring some blocks into the mix if you have them, or cushion. Taking your feet into Baddha Konasana, so the soles of the feet are going to touch one another. And we're going to take it very yin-like. So I don't want you to do this to the absolute full capacity that you normally would. I want you to maybe like 80%, you know? So everything is nice and relaxed, and we're just taking movement now before we get into our stretch. So it's just about really opening your body, seeing if you can find something, some movements or some waves in your body or some spirals in your body or circles. And then we are going to find stillness, and we are going to begin to come into our pose. So we'll gently bring the forehead forward as much as possible, and try to keep your feet on the floor. So we don't really want to bring our hands underneath. We want to just try to open as much as we can through the body. So you'll come down if you can with the forehead onto a block. You can also use 2 blocks. We want to try to be as supported as possible. If you don't have any blocks, it's not the end of the world. You can still do this. But it is nice to have some support when we do our yin practice. So we are going to be here for just a few minutes, and I'd like for you to just relax as much as you can. Just really allow yourself to be present with what we're doing. Think about breathing into sensation in your body. You can gently start to release yourself more and more as you feel you have the ability to do that. And so we come into the posture, maybe breathing in 2, 3, 4, and out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We breathe in 2, 3, 4, and out as long as we can. Just breathe. Maybe the palms are facing up, just to allow yourself to be more soft, in a state of allowing and receiving rather than doing something, just melting into the earth, letting her support you today. Right now we're breathing in and out of the back of the heart space. We allow the heart to soften, surrender, and release anything that needs to let go. Coming to your last few breaths here. Wonderful. So now you can take whatever you have at home to elevate your spine. So what we really want right now is to feel the chest and heart space getting nice and open. So maybe we take a bolster and put it underneath. And then if you need, because we're going to come into a supported, or sorry, for this one, just straighten your legs out in front of you if you can, or you can keep your feet on the floor. So we just want to open the heart space, and my bun is kind of getting in the way here. but just like allow yourself to fall down, let the shoulders come off to the sides, let the arms come out to the sides, like really opening your heart and just breathing into your heart space. It's always okay to take any movement that's needed to find the right position, making sure we're not in any pain, we're just feeling sensation. And then we're going to breathe into that sensation. Allow ourselves to just be here, to just lay here, to just be with the breath. If you feel any connection to breathing out with sound, you can always breathe out with a ha sound. Wonderful. So just taking the last few breaths here. So coming to your last few breaths here. Can begin to gently wake the body back up. So next we're going to do what's called banana asana. And all that you're really doing is just taking your legs and feet over to one side. So we lay the body flat on the earth, and then we gently take the right hand, we take the right hands over to the right, feet over to the right. So we leave everything else on the floor and everything turns to the right. And then if it feels good, you can grab onto your left wrist with your right hand. And you can take your left foot and bring it over to your right ankle. So you have a nice deeper stretch. So only do that if that feels like that's what you need to do. Because remember, we're in the less is more mentality. So if this, might just be enough for you to just lay like this and feel like that little banana, breathing into the full left side of your body as we just lay here and breathe into sensation. I hope you don't have mosquitoes where you are, because they're really, really getting me over here. We're gently coming to our last few breaths here, so just take your time to gently begin to move your feet. Take some circles of your wrists, some circles of your ankles, your feet. Open your toes, your fingers. You're going to make your way over to the other side, so just start to walk your hands and your feet over to the left side now. Maybe grab onto the wrist with your left hand. Maybe right hand foot comes on top of left, and we just breathe into our right side now, taking that nice banana asana on the other side. So right now you're probably feeling some sensations through the right side of your body, and you're just going to connect with that and breathe into it. Try to open up and let go. This posture also works with the small intestine, not just the heart. In the traditional Chinese medicine, by breathing into these meridians on the sides of the body. And so gently coming to our last few breaths here. And again, just beginning to release your body. You can take some movement, whatever that might be. So maybe some windshield wipers, taking the feet onto the floor and bringing the knees over to one side and over to the other side. And today we're going to be ending with a supine twist. So just bringing your knees into your chest, taking a little bit of a rock back and forth, beginning to massage the hips, the low back. You can gently take some knee circles if that feels good for you. Make sure to go in both directions. And again, move the knees so that there are big circles happening. So these are, again, just some suggestions of what you could do. And then we'll take our hands out to the sides in a T shape, let the knees fall over to one side, and just breathing into a nice side stretch where you breathe into your armpit, your rib cage, your belly, your hips. You can take the opposite hand and use it to guide the knee down further, but try to keep your shoulder on the floor. And again, any gentle movements, little micro movements to breathe into and open up the energy in the body. If you want to take an even deeper stretch, you can grab onto the foot, stretch it out straight. You could even grab onto the ankle of your other foot, or the end of your other foot, I should say, but keeping that shoulder on the floor and coming into snail, I think it's called. Twisted roots. but just doing what feels the best in your own body, not pushing yourself too far, making sure to honor your body, honor the journey, honor where you are today. Let's gently release from this. Bring knees back into chest. And we are going to take it directly over to the other side now. So just take your stretch over. Knees fall over to the left side or the opposite side. Keep your shoulder on the floor and just breathe. Take any movements that feel good for you. Maybe this side is different, or maybe you want to do the same thing. Just depends on you and how you're feeling and what you want in your body. Maybe grabbing onto that other foot with your opposite hand, keeping that shoulder on the floor, breathing into a nice twisted root, or cat pulling its tail. Remember to let everything melt into the earth. And slowly start to bring those knees back into the chest. And we'll come to our final resting posture. So you can take any organic movement. I'm going to take a little tap of my butt into the earth. I just like this to wiggle around and release my low back sometimes. You can also take the feet up to the sky and just feel the nice flow of the lymph fluids. Stretch the legs out. Just find any movement in your body that is what you need right now. And then we will go ahead and draw our legs out to the corners of our mat. And then you can come onto the heels of your feet and just start to point and flex your toes. And this is going to naturally bring the head to coming back and forth on the ball of the head all on its own. Once you feel that this is a completely natural movement, you can just relax the body. It should feel very good. Hands are face up to the sky, palms are relaxed down by the hips. Take a deep breath in and let that go. And anything else that's left to release right now, we just let that go. Taking a deep breath in, breathing in the joy. Releasing anything that needs to be left out. Good. Maybe stick the tongue out. And we'll gently come to relaxed position in Shavasana. So just rest your body now from head to toe. Take a gentle scan, starting from your feet, making your way up to your head, making sure that everything is relaxed. No longer moving any muscles, no longer controlling the breath. Simply allowing yourself to integrate this practice. I will leave you here, and you can stay here as long as you like. Shavasana is one of the most important postures in our practice, so you do want to stay here as long as you can. And really just let your body rest. This is where all of the magic happens. I'll see you next time. I wish you a wonderful, wonderful day. And thank you so much for your trust